storms, chosen one, and yet you stand unshaken. There is a reason why the air changes when you step into a room. There is a reason why even strangers cannot explain why they feel your presence before you speak a single word. You carry something upon you that cannot be bought, borrowed, or manufactured. It is not in your clothes, not in your appearance, not in your achievements. It is in the invisible seal that heaven placed upon your spirit. The mark, the holy mark. Demons know it before you do. Long before you recognize who you are, long before you learn the weight of your calling, they saw it. From the time you were a child, they marked you as a target. They knew you carried light in a world of shadows. That's why the battles you've faced have never matched your age, your season, or your surroundings. You suffered storms too heavy for your years. You cried tears too deep for your situation. You fought wars no one else even knew you were fighting. Why? Because you bear the holy mark, and hell fears it. The holy mark is not visible to human eyes, yet in the spiritual realm it shines like a blazing fire. When you walk, you don't just move physically, your very spirit declares, "This one is untouchable. This one belongs to God." That's why demons tremble when you rise. That's why the enemy sends distraction after distraction, temptation after temptation, betrayal after betrayal. It was never random. Every attack was coordinated. Every betrayal was strategic. Every season of isolation was designed to break you, but it failed, because no matter what they did, they could not erase the mark. Chosen one, you need to understand something. The reason your life has been different is not because you were unlucky. It is because you were set apart. And when God sets you apart, the darkness recognizes it instantly. Even when you doubted yourself, the demonic realm never doubted who you were. They saw the signature of heaven on your spirit. They recognized your destiny before you recognized your own name. That's why they whispered lies into your mind, hoping you would never rise into your full power. That's why they tried to suffocate your confidence, drown your faith, and bury your hope. But the truth is this: you are still standing. And the fact that you are still here means that hell already lost the war against you. Listen to me carefully. The mark. Imagine being able to build.
The mark is not just a sign of your calling.
Just a sign of your calling. It's a declaration of ownership. You don't belong to the world. You don't belong to the system. You don't belong to the demons that tried to chain you. You belong to the Almighty, and that makes you dangerous. That makes you unstoppable. That makes you a walking threat to the kingdom
Of darkness.
This is why people misunderstand you. This is why even those you tried to help turned against you.
I know.
This is why doors slammed in your face when you were ready to serve. They weren't rejecting you, they were rejecting the mark you carry. The same way demons could not stand in the presence of Jesus, the same way tormentors trembled when he walked into the room, the same way the possessed screamed out before he even spoke, that same anointing is alive in you. Your holy mark makes you recognized in the spirit realm. And let me tell you something, recognition brings resistance. The moment demons recognize the holy mark upon you, they begin their assault. That is why your storms felt personal. That is why the betrayal cut so deep. That is why the attacks didn't come at random times but at the very moments when you were about to rise. Every single trial was evidence of your holy mark. The attack is the confirmation. Chosen one, you are not crazy. You are not imagining the weight of your battles. You are not overthinking the resistance you've faced. Hell has been trying to silence you because they know if you fully awaken to your identity, if you fully walk into your assignment, if you fully carry the authority of your holy mark, their schemes collapse. Demons fear not just who you are, they fear who you are becoming. The holy mark cannot be bought. It cannot be traded. It cannot be destroyed. It is eternal. And the same demons who recognize it cannot touch your destiny. They can fight you. They can delay you. They can whisper to you. They can tempt you. But they cannot cross the line of God's decree. You are sealed. You are chosen. You are marked. And your destiny is untouchable. This is why you must stay alert. Not fearful, but vigilant. Because your mark makes you a target, but it also makes you unstoppable. Every time you rise, demons scatter. Every time you pray, hell trembles. Every time you step forward, darkness retreats. You are the living evidence that the light cannot be overcome. So hear me when I tell you, your holy mark is not just a sign of survival. It is the proof of your victory. You've already won battles others don't even know exist. You've already
Yes.
survived attacks that were meant to bury you. You've already carried weights that should have crushed you. And yet here you are, marked, chosen, undefeated.
Undefeated.
Chosen one. When you were born, the world did not celebrate your arrival. There was no parade for your destiny, no headline for your calling. But in the unseen realm, alarms went off. Hell noticed, demons noticed, and heaven rejoiced. Because the moment you took your first breath, a divine signature was placed upon your spirit. It was not visible to your parents, your friends, or your teachers, but it was visible to every spiritual force, light and dark alike. That mark set you apart, and from the earliest days of your life, the battle began. Have you ever wondered why your childhood felt harder than it should have?
Yes.
Why you faced rejection before you even understood the word? Why people seemed to turn against you without reason? It was the mark. Demons recognized it. They tried to distort you before you grew strong enough to walk in your authority. They tried to crush your identity before you discovered who you are. They whispered lies into your heart. You are worthless. You are unlovable.
Yes.
You will never be enough. But none of those words were ever true. They were simply desperate strategies to cover up the truth, that you are chosen, that you are marked, that you carry something the enemy cannot stop. This is why you must understand something critical. Demons do not waste energy on the ordinary. They do not launch all-out assaults on empty vessels. They fear those who carry light. They target those with purpose. And if your life has felt like a battlefield, it is because your spirit terrifies hell. Now let's go deeper. In the spiritual realm, marks are not abstract. They are real, visible identifiers. Just as a soldier wears a uniform that declares his allegiance, your spirit wears the seal of heaven. Angels see it and know who you belong to. Demons see it and know they cannot cross certain boundaries. Think about it. Why do some people enter dangerous situations and walk away untouched? Why do others survive accidents that should have ended their life? Why are you still here after everything that came against you? It is because the holy mark is also a shield. It announces, this one belongs to God. This one has been purchased. This one cannot be claimed by darkness. Demons fear the mark because it reminds them of their defeat. It reminds them that no matter how hard they try, they cannot erase what God has written over your destiny. But carrying the mark is not without weight. Have you noticed that you often feel things others do not feel?
Yes.
You sense danger before it arrives. You discern lies when others are fooled. You feel heaviness when you step into certain rooms.
Yes.
That sensitivity is not weakness. It is evidence of your mark. The mark sharpens your spirit. It makes you alert in ways that frustrate the enemy. Others may walk blindly into traps, but you feel the warning in your gut. You hear the whisper of the Spirit guiding you.
Yes.
That is why the devil tried to drown your discernment with noise, busyness, addictions, distractions. Because if you ever lean fully into your spiritual sensitivity, you will see his traps from miles away. Now let's
That's
expose
so-
the strategy. Demons know they cannot touch your destiny, so instead they attack your belief in it. They know they cannot steal the holy mark, so they try to convince you it isn't real. They can't erase God's seal, so they try to smother it under layers of doubt, shame, and fear. Have you ever noticed that your biggest battles were always internal? Your mind racing with doubt, your heart weighed down with loneliness, your spirit drained by discouragement. That is not by accident. Because demons cannot snatch the holy mark, they focus on blinding you to its power. If they can make you forget who you are, they can slow down your rise. But hear me clearly, delay is not denial. Slowness is not defeat. No matter how long the fight, the outcome remains the same. The holy mark guarantees your victory. The holy mark doesn't just draw demonic attention. It also affects people around you. Some are drawn to you without understanding why. They see your light, they feel your presence, and they are inspired. Others, however, reject you instantly. They feel uncomfortable, even hostile, without pause. You've seen it.
God bless.
People you barely know suddenly gossip about you.